Meanwhile, major general-level talks are currently underway between the Indian and the Chinese armies. The meet is happening in Moldo, which is on the Chinese side of the line of actual control. Now, 3 such talks are said to be taking place at separate venues. The meeting comes amidst the rising tensions between India and China along the line of actual control. And for more on this, we're joined in by WION's Siddhant Sibal, who's joining us over the phone line. Good afternoon to you, Siddhant. What is the latest that we have in terms of these talks that are presently set to be underway?
Well, Mohammed, the focus of these talks will be de-escalation at various points where the Chinese have come in large number. We know talks of de-escalation have been going on since the famous meeting that took place on 6th of June. Since then, 7 meetings have taken place, 4 before the violent standoff between both the forces on 15th. And after that, there were 3 meetings, but these 3 meetings were largely focused on making sure that negotiations take place, especially when it comes to the personnel, both sides claiming that they have. But largely, if we talk about these talks, the talks which have started from today, there will be a number of rounds of talks, both at military level and at diplomatic level. Talking about the military level talks, the first round started today. Focus, of course, is de-escalation, especially at Pangong, because that, it seems, has become another major area of friction between both the forces. But largely, if we look at what India has been saying, and of course China has been saying, is only through dialogue that there can be some kind of consensus that can arrive. But of course, there is worry about consensus being broken by the Chinese, because remember, it was the Chinese who broke the consensus which was derived on 6th of June on 15th when they unilaterally tried to change the situation on the ground, the Chinese forces, and that led to the violent face-off in which Indian soldiers died, 20 Indian soldiers died, which is of course the worst standoff between both the countries. But by and large, if we took a look at the situation on the ground and here in India as well, there is a lot of anti-China sentiment after that violent face-off last week.
Right. Now, Siddhant, we're given to understand that these talks, as they progress, even the issue of the Galwan Valley is expected to come up for discussion. Now, China has come forth and put this rather a bizarre claim where they say that they exercise sovereignty over the Galwan Valley. But the fact of the matter is, Galwan Valley was never a Chinese territory. Do we have any updates in terms of what is likely to be discussed on this particular issue?
Well, Galwan Valley seems to be becoming the major bone of contention between both the countries. And if we look at the comments coming from the Chinese last week, the Chinese 2 times, first by the military and then by the foreign ministry, claimed that they have the sovereignty over Galwan Valley. This was dismissed 2 times again by the Indian External Affairs Ministry, clearly highlighting how China has been going against its own past claims. But largely, if we look at the situation on the ground, nobody knows what's exactly happening right now in the Galwan Valley. Where are the Chinese forces present exactly? Of course, the satellite images are out for everyone to be seen, but it is LAC, the difference of perception, that has also been another factor which has been, of course, talked about by both sides, especially by the Indian side. But largely, if we look at how things are panning out, things remain fluid right now between both the countries, and how things pan out in next few days and months will be very difficult to predict, given that how there has been a substantial escalation. And it's just not on the 15th of June that there was an escalation, but remember, the MEA has confirmed that last month also, mid of May, there was an escalation by the Chinese side, which was rebutted appropriately. These are the words used by the MEA, by the Indian side, by the Indian army, and making sure that a strong message has been sent. But it seems that China has been belligerent and combative amidst the COVID, not only with India, but across the world.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant Sibal, for joining us and getting us the latest in terms of what is unfolding in these talks. We'll, of course, come back to you as more details emerge in the story. Let's now shift our attention to what is happening in Germany, where police in the German city of Stuttgart have said that about 24 people have been arrested after a night of rioting and looting. The groups of people smashed shop windows, looted and also attacked police vehicles in central Stuttgart during the hours of the night time. And the riots happened after the police reportedly conducted checks in the city centre related to suspected drug dealings. And several groups then ganged up on the police and started to threaten the officers. Now, according to police, Nearly about 19 officers were injured during this rioting. A police spokesperson has described the scene as being completely out of control and said that it had devolved into real rioting on the streets.
Die Tatverdächtigen waren aus allen möglichen Ländern, aus Bosnien, Portugal, Iran, Irak, Kroatien, Somalien, Afghanistan. Also das kann man jetzt so nicht verifizieren, dass es nur allein ein Flüchtlingsthema ist. Aber klar ist natürlich schon, dass auch von den Deutschen halt 3 mit Migrationshintergrund waren. Das gehört zur Wahrheit einfach dazu. Aber letztendlich war es ein bunter Mix über den Globus, was sich da gestern versammelt hat.
Besondere der Stadt Stuttgart wird durch solche Nächte angegriffen. Und deswegen werden wir, ich als Oberbürgermeister, die Stadtverwaltung und die ganze Stadt deutlich machen, dass dieses in unserer Stadt nicht passieren darf, sich nicht wiederholen darf.
Now, eyewitnesses described the scene of looting and rioting as unprecedented for the German city. Some also went on to state that such things were seen in America and other big cities, but something this was never witnessed before in the city of Stuttgart.